Around 20 years ago, I was doing a speech called Make a Difference, Leave a Legacy. How to live a right-side-up life in an upside-down world. And I've done a lot of speeches, tens of thousands or more of people in audiences. And this one person came up to me that I'll never forget. Her name was Lynn Gidrow. And I love when people come up, and many of you have, and I certainly appreciate that and value that. All I want to do is make a difference in your life, and you'd be better off when you leave here than you came in. And after listening to the speech, she says, I really needed to hear that message. It landed on my heart, and I want to thank you so much for that message today. And she went on her way. 2 weeks later, I get an email from Lynn. She said, since your speech, sadly, my grandmother passed away. And at her funeral, they read a poem. And the poem touched my life in such a meaningful way. It reminded me of your speech, how it touched me in a meaningful way. And I thought you would like to have the poem. Please find it attached. Fondly, Lynn Gidrow. Well, I read the poem. And it was the most touching poem I've ever read in my life. And I vowed from that moment, from 20 years ago, that I will never finish a speech without sharing this poem with the audience. In honor of Lynn Gidrow, in memory of her grandmother, I'd like to close with the poem, The Dash by Linda Ellis. I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on her tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noticed that first came her date of birth and spoke the second date with tears. But he said that what mattered most of all was that dash between those years. For that dash represents all the time that she spent alive on earth. And now only those who loved her know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we have, the car, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live in love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there things you like to change? For you never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged. If we could just slow down enough to consider what's true and real and always try to understand the way other people feel. If we could be less quick to anger and show appreciation more and love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. If we could treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy is being read with your life's actions to rehash, will you be proud of the things they say about how you spent your dash? It is my sincerest hope, wish, and prayer that each and every one of you spends your dash in a way that will make a real difference in the lives of your coworkers, your customers, your friends, but most importantly, your loved ones. Thank you, and God bless you.